Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a grand campaign event for you. The first map here is Washington Street. You're seeing an overview of that, followed up by our second map, which is Nicodemus Hill. So two very different maps today. It'll be exciting to see. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos, and get raw gameplay footage of all the events we cover with no commentary and UI. So our teams for today: on the Confederate campaign, who's playing USA Round 1, CSA Round 2. You have Iron Brigade, Hood's Division, Hampton's Legion, Jackson's Division, 17th Michigan, 1st Delaware, and 12th Virginia, who was on the USA campaign side, however switched during mustering. And then on the USA campaign side, who's playing CSA Round 1, USA Round 2, you got Colquitt's Brigade, 9th Corps, 42nd Pennsylvania, 30th Ohio, and the Free States Brigade. So with that all being said, let's get the round going. The first round here today, Colquitt, who again is leading the CSA side for this round USA campaign. They're in charge of their side. Hampton's Legion is charge of the Union defense for the CSA campaign. And then round 2, 9th Corps will be leading the USA campaign as USA on Nicodemus Hill. And Iron Brigade will be leading CSA on Nicodemus Hill for the CSA campaign. Frontline reporters today, on the top right for your Union view for this round, you got Lucian from the Iron Brigade, and then on the top left you have Dragon from 9th Corps. Very appreciative of both of those. Our service size is about 170, a 7-man imbalance in favor of Union, and Confederates taking no artillery, so we'll see how this affects things as it goes on. Washington Street, generally you either see CSA go around this far side, which it appears they're doing that, or they'll push around this side here and hit the Union here. Really, there's no push through the center. It's going around the flanks, and it looks like... Oh, I just coughed something up there. My bad. Most CSA is pushing down this Union right. Holding on the point for Union, you got HL, FSB, and Iron Brigade there. And then to the left side, you have JD, HD, and then 12th V is going on the left. I will say they usually use a Steam chat for this event. However, it's broken, so there are sending runners, and this is a no Steam chat match today. So it'll be exciting to see how this affects them.
Okay.
So you got Colquitt's up here first from the CSA side. You got more CSA looping around the far side, 42nd, 30th. Over here, and then going through the tents here, you see 9th Corps and 1st Delaware. So
Tyndall, we're gonna attack point. Follow me.
normally when events have Steam chats, people can react a lot quicker to everything, but you don't necessarily see or hear it. You could just not know that anything's going on for a while. HL's kind of turned down, facing this roadside here, looking downward. Got Gene moving up in the bushes here, kind of as a scout, and here comes CQB. CQB taking a couple of hits here. And it looks like 42nd is going to go down the road. HL's kind of taking some shots, killing 3 or 4. 42nd responds with a couple kills, but not really a whole lot. 9th Corps here is really moving up, getting close. Dragon's taking a couple good shots there with his pistol into the Union line, and HL's holding pretty firm. Colquitt's pushing up even further forward here.
I'll see them.
Shoot him.
Shoot through the white fence.
And Union, for the most part, falling off this side here. And they've kind of formed a defensive line. You heard shoot through the white fence. You could see the Union guys holding here. You can shoot through the white fence. You can see the dead bodies here. So.
Wait, what did you say?
Exactly.
So some Union trying to flank around. Union May spawn is here, and it looks like it's some HD guys going that way. Midwest Brigade and 12th VA behind. And we'll see where these guys go They're trying to flank around. It looks like 12th VA, HD. They're going to try to hit around the side here. And you can see CSA already falling back around. Maybe they're trying to push around the side here and hit the Union from the side. Because Union's really forward on the defensive line to kind of stop this approach here. But CSA is trying to combat this using the houses as cover. Lack of steam chat for quick coordination. It's the 30th and 42nd moving that way right now.
In the north.
They're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in.
Man, I've seen
No, coming around.
up the road.
Coming up behind
Completely
us.
fucking encircled.
So those HD guys they charged in there, not the smartest decision. Not at all the smartest decision. Those are just unnecessary tickets. I mean, you're going to see, yep, there goes one of them. So CSA are kind of holding up there for a long time. It looks like they maybe see him here.
They are not master invaders.
Lucian's kind of exploring the house, as is. There you go, Lucian looking for those rebels. You heard TJ over there mentioning something, so. Looking back upward, it seems CSA's kind of fallen back from this spot. It's like 12th VA is also falling back here.
I saw them aiming and I just went.
Bucks.
And it looks like 42nd, 30th just taking some shots for now.
Moving left. 42nd. Moving left.
Run, boys, run.
And we're almost getting 10 minutes in the round. It's 7.5 right now. Ooh, that was a heck of a volley. 42nd, 30th going through here.
Aim right in front of you. Right through the fence.
Fuck. Break load shift right.
Did a lot less damage than what I thought it would. You're blind firing, but it's still very close. This guy's fun on the opposite side.
Outpage, gentlemen.
So Union's still trying to have some cover here. HG is pushing up forward here. They really cut that corner with that volley. Who is this? Colquitz.
Northeast enemies apparently.
Bringing decent sized numbers here today. Big numbers. And CSA is kind of really falling back from this leftward push, except one guy, Mr. Hateful here. He got somebody.
Your mom's home.
I think he died though. Where are they? Friendly.
You dumbass. You fucked up, dummy. Friend's dead.
Gentlemen,
He ain't coming back.
Hold fire.
Wow. Hateful somehow alive. CSA really falling back. You really only have, who is that? First Delaware. First Delaware is the only group that's really left. Looks like Colquitz and most of CSA have fallen off to this right side. You do have some Union holding on the road side here. Iron Brigade.
Steady.
Okay, right.
Let's go, move it back, move back.
Bit of marching. Bit of marching. Right oblique. Yep.
Go IB, go IB, go, 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 go.
Let's go over the fence, over the fence.
You have a couple of
Follow
Union
the line,
guys
follow the
taking
line.
advantage of the house here.
Spread out to the line. Don't bunch together.
Behind us, behind us.
Right behind,
About
behind.
About face, east, southeast maybe.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
Follow.
So, 42nd, 30th really aiming down. Where are they shooting at? Oh. It's 12th VA who's holding really far back and a nice defilade here. Those are not easy shots from the 42nd and 30th perspective. kind of see those dents within the fence there. So both sides about down half a morale stage within the first 10 minutes of the match. It's a very slow pace in terms of the attackers.
Bucking ball if you're respawning.
And CSA really pushed forward again on Union right, and then they've kind of backed off and slowed down the aggression. I mean, it can just be a lot harder to coordinate an attack in an event that doesn't have a Steam chat versus a Steam chat.
Hey, Doug. We're able to kill them pretty well.
Good stuff. Sprint left, move it.
Based on what I can see from frontline reports, looks like there's communicating through the text chat in game, something you see a lot in pub matches.
Go right.
Go.
Ben, shut up.
Flag right there.
CQB
Shoot through the fence.
getting up really close to the fence. I mean, they're hitting a guy or two here, not really a whole lot. There are a lot of them overshooting. Not surprising, the ground kind of dips down. Is CSA pushing down? No.
Blind fire through the fence.
I didn't realize the doors could be broken in this game. FSB just popping out the door, taking a shot. Moving back in for cover. Ninth Corps slipping through the cracks here. They're going in the house.
Pushing in the house.
I don't think I've seen house fighting in this much clarity before. So they hold HLs pushing in to reinforce. And there is a down flag here for CSA. Jeff, oh, you can hop over? That was a good volley. Uh-oh. Well, uh-oh.
They're coming. They hopped over the fence.
You don't see me. You don't see me, dude. I'm friendly. Yo, boys, it's...
Hey, they hopped over the fence. There's one right there.
Buck.
You right, guys?
Oh, D's, no. So, you have CSA movement along the far side. CQB is now shifting right.
Balcony.
Right, Doug. Right side, Doug.
Farewell. Balcony. Look up top. Balcony of the house. Iron North. Doug. There's a guy in the balcony on top of the house in front of us. Pop him with your pistol.
I got
Pop him with your pistol.
So Union using the house. Iron Brigade shifting around to the left side here.
Keep it up, gentlemen.
Taking shots at CQB, who's trying to hold CSA again. They haven't really pushed up in a concerted effort outside of what we saw at the beginning, and they slowly just kind of fell back from that.
In the road.
Carcass, you saved me. Spread left.
And it looks like they're falling back again. CSA appears to be down on tickets as well. So we'll see where they try to go next. I mean, Union's bunched up in one little tiny area here.
Recover. Move it up.
And it looks like HL is going to try to pursue this as well, because Colquitt's is coming around the far side.
Call him up.
Right to flag. Take the shot. Pull back.
Fire back.
A lot of these CQB shots are going right over the guys. It's like the 42nd and 30th have moved up alongside the Colquitts.
Reload in place.
And a little more CSA pressure maybe from the center as well. So looks like you have 12th VA in the distance. Scooping around the flank. I don't know how far that way they can go. HD holding up on the snake fence there.
That was Grant. Great fucking shot, bro. Oh shit! Run! Go!
Run away!
So Colquitt's does push them out. 12th VA stop kind of their flank around. They, oh my goodness, they don't even see him either. I got a good couple there. Oh, the flag.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
The flag did a somersault.
It did do a somersault.
Spin right.
It looks like CQB is turning their attention now to 12th VA. And I mean, the tickets are going a little quicker now. Colquitt's hit him at a very good time here. Some 12th VA falling back, some finishing their reloads. Oh, what are you doing? And good time charge from Colquitt's here. East Carolina's going to survive this, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Jam just got point blank destroyed.
There's one hiding in the tent. There he is. He's in the back.
What the hell you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? You missed 3 times. I saw you miss 3 times.
Both sides going down to engage now. As Colquitt's was really putting some heat up there. Hey, how did he get in the house? Hateful is everywhere at the same time. Gets another one in the house. Gets another one. And dies. Oh. Did he just team kill? He didn't. That'd be a fun little game mode in Warfights if there was just a big house and you had to breach it like in Ready or Not. What is this? Iron Brigade really pushing far for it. Looks like they're taking shots at some CSA respawns, but
Up and over, up and over.
running up, taking shots, falling back.
Taking shots.
Enemy south.
CQB, break reload, shift it left.
Break low, shift it left.
Move it, move it, move it. That means now.
Let's
your
move,
reloads.
break
Let's
loads,
put the
shift
gun on
left.
your rifle. Move your ass. Hold
On the snake
on the
fence.
fence.
On the line, on the fence.
Dig in on the fence. Get your reloads and your barrels. Bless you.
Bless you.
I see a flag Yankee on the left.
Sprint left, sprint
Sprint
left,
left.
now, sprint left.
Doug's
Sprint
gonna
Leo's
kill you.
down, sprint Leo's down.
And so we haven't really looked at what's going on this side here. Midwest Brigade's really been, looks like, holding it down for the Union, just kind of spreading out a little bit. They don't have huge numbers.
I don't think those are our boys east still.
There's a guy poking his head out.
Mute. Come with me, Mute. Come with me. 1 second, Mute. Don't shoot.
Oh, what the? 42nd, 30th, pushing really far up now.
Pull back. All the
Getting
way
a
back,
couple
all the way
good
back.
kills here. Colquitt's looks like they got hit on the right side as well. And I mean, it looks like 12th VA and HD pushed up on them. Looks like they're going to fall back there.
Make sure you're hugging the house.
And this really seems to be CSA strategies to run up, take shots, and then fall back. I mean, really, Colquitt's has been the most aggression that we've seen from the CSA. And they've had some good successes, I would say.
Independent.
But
Right of the white
a lot of the strategy for CSA, it ain't going to work. You only got, what, 26 minutes left?
CQB, shift it up right of the snake fence.
Almost halfway through the game, and you've only knocked your opponent down one morale stage. Yeah, pace has to be picked up.
Back around.
Don't stop right at the corner. Push through so the guy behind you can get through.
So SVA is trying to sneak around again and do a little trolling, as they say. See if it works out better for them this time. Oh, Colquitt's Brigade's going to take all their shots too right now. They still don't notice. Oh, are they stuck? 12th VA, I mean, they had the perfect surprise attack. It looks like, I don't know if they're going to win this. They should have ran up, though, and shot as, like, they should have charged them right away. They should not have sat and shot, because that ruins the whole surprise things and gives your opponent a second or two to get ready. If you run up point blank and then shoot them, it would be beautiful. But It did some good damage. They lost that though. And looks like we have more CSA aggression on the Union right. 9th Corps and 1st Delaware is pushing up. Starting to put some pressure. I mean, they should win this. They have numbers.
On the brick house, Midwest.
And yeah, they wipe. Union taking a lot of tickets right now. They're losing a lot. Taking tickets. You can just deposit tickets into your team's account. Imagine if you could pay to give your team tickets. That would be funny. And so HL running up, trying to make sure their rear is defended, but again, we see this. They pushed up and fell back right away. So who knows? Who knows? I mean, the past couple of minutes, the pace for CSA has been great, but it's been through a lot of charges. So Colquitt's formed up again. HG officer and 12th BA private moving over here.
On the way.
Looks like the HG officer is going to get away in the nick of time. So Union actually kind of, they pushed back on that right side. FSB is holding the corner. They have this bush here and the fence is covered. You can shoot through the fence, but still it's blind firing. A lot of those times they might go over. JD, HL pushing back to reinforce Midwest Brigade, plug up this side. They definitely have more soldiers over here now.
Jim, we are hold fire. Check.
And so, with this still going on, here we go. 12th VA still kind of pushing up, trying to keep this side, but Colquitt's just with larger numbers, just rolling over them. Doesn't help that 12th VA doesn't have a flag as well. So they're just kind of taking some pop shots with them. I mean, is HG going to roll up and assist? Looks like Midwest Brigade and HG are still kind of holding back.
Don't shoot them blue pants.
Shoot east. Shoot east, northeast.
12th is holding down.
From the south side of that house.
Yeah, all these groups over here got to act as one kind of unison thing, I would think, or at least spread out in the camp, which they kind of are. It's just you don't want Colquitts to defeat you in detail. That's the biggest thing you do not want. Oh, what is this? What the heck?
Flags, pull it back.
Come here, Jeff. Come here, Jeff.
So remember, this is a campaign. Tickets matter in a lot of this stuff, especially for round 2, which I'll explain at the beginning of that round. But the Union charging out here. And they did outnumber CSA, and it looks like they knocked down 2 of the flags as well. Union is ahead on tickets. 42nd, 30th.
Firewall, firewall, firewall. Forward into a boys.
Get about half the guys that were still alive here. And it looks like they're going to get their flags and go back.
Let me pick up the flag.
At least I'd expect they're taking a minute to get back, trying to pick up those flags. And our CSA, you got to keep going. Why are you holding? Uh-oh. Yeah, that was, I don't know. Somehow the flag's still, like, chugging along. Yep, there it is. And if our CSA, you got to take advantage of this. Union overextended defensively, and now you take advantage. Looks like Union's pushed back, or Colquitt's fell back. But now you got Iron Brigade pushing really far forward. This is great for CSA. Union's being very spread out. Union's kind of overextending on both sides. And both sides are going to take in losses shortly. I reckon Colquitt's just fell back. They have a large enough force. I don't think they would have gotten beaten back by these guys. So, I mean, Union just spreading out as is. Hopefully they're not taking skirmish on that line. And Colquitt's falling back even more.
Flag, stand back a bit. Keep shooting, boys.
So 30th, 42nd, kind of keeping that pressure up, engaging with Iron Brigade. And 9th Corps and 1st Delaware look like they're back up and operational in a second. Colquitt's kind of falling back on that right side.
Take aim on the line.
Let's see how well this volley is. Okay, they hit a couple. Union, you got 12th VA, Midwest Hoods Division. I like that they're all together here. As Colquitt's is turning around back to cover, HD is going to be right there.
On the roads, they're pushing on the road.
And looks like some Colquitt's running up, not the greatest.
All the way back, all the way back, all the way
And
back.
Colquitt's kind of falling down to this death
There's
leg
more to the
here.
northwest too.
To use as cover,
Yeah.
maybe flanking around the house is a good idea. Going back to this side, it looks like Union missing something important, but I don't know if CSA fell back. It wouldn't surprise me if they did, or if the Union spearheaded the CSA out. I reckon CSA just fell back because they've been doing it all day, and you can see Iron Brigade's really the only group that pushed up, which I don't know why they pushed up. You got HL pushing up as well. 42nd, 30th charging in. 9th Corps, 1st Delaware up here. And the Union's just being defeated in detail right now. The tiny groups being spread apart. It's just not good. Going back to this side, Colquitt's pushed up into the campsite. They're kind of surrounded, but they still outnumber their opponent. HL falling back. JD reinforcing. And both sides go down to taking losses. Union is overextending and spreading themselves out way too much. Now, Colquitt's getting really close to 12th VA. It's kind of both sides are individually going at each other here. That pistol from Doug is wrecking 12th VA, and there goes most of 12th VA again. Cutting back to this side, you do have Tyndall here and Krog just throwing lead down with their pistols. TJ's kind of responding, and
Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Union's just being defeated in detail in all these fronts. Groups are acting independently and not as one big team. I know it'll be harder without the Steam chat, that's for sure.
Hello, friend. You missed.
Pull back, pull back, pull back.
Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back.
Pull it back, Bruce. Put it back, put it back up the road.
So yeah, CSA falling back again. Again, this could just be conserved tickets, right? I appreciate Doug and TJ would send me a lot of information regarding what's going on with the campaign. It doesn't seem, based on what I know, any token is risking defeat, but if you want to know more about the campaign, join the EU Grand Campaign Discord, which I'll put in the description. But I mean, despite the Union kind of mismanagement throughout this round, they still have a good shot at winning this. They've killed a lot of time so far, and if they just slowed down that pace more, by slowed down the pace, I mean not pushing out so far, I think they'd be in a much better spot.
Height advantage. Tickets are still balanced, which is good. Right, get it on the rock, everybody, and see if you can get your eyes
Rambo right
peeled.
there. Right there, Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo.
Rambo,
Put your hands
Rambo.
up. Put your hands up. Oh, we fucking smoked his ass. That was easy.
You guys fucked them up.
Keep your eyes peeled, right? I need everybody to have a little look around.
I feel a bit disrespected that he took like 4 shots.
Keep your eyes peeled. I need everybody comm silent, please, unless you see an enemy target.
West,
Keep your
west.
eyes-
So some CSA pushing up the center. Colquitt's kind of slowly inching towards 12th phase, push himself up again. Union really seemed determined to hold this position here. I don't 100% know why. JD's pushing really far up now. HD is, or HL, my apologies,
Socialist Yankees!
is getting rolled over right now. Because here's the thing. CSA have played a very conservative game. Like, they're running up, taking shots. It has to be done with casualties. But I don't necessarily know. But if I'm just looking at just the basis of War of Right strategy and that kind of stuff, CSA is running up, shooting, falling back. They're not really being aggressive. They're not trying to trade ground. Not a whole lot of casualties are happening, but yeah, Union's playing aggressive. Really, I can only think logically is the campaign. It's got to be it, although tickets are close. Some CSA have kind of broken through, dealing some damage. You got, I mean, JD's rolling up on these guys, going to wipe them. I mean, HL's still alive. Midwest Brigade really run around the far side.
Kill them all.
Charge him out.
Kill them all.
Come on.
Come on. Where are you running? Where are you running? Where are you running?
Behind. Oh, shit.
Run him. Where are you running? Press T. Press T, Midwest. Press T, Midwest. Press T. Come on, kill him.
And they're really being aggressive. I mean, the imbalance is 11 in favor of Union right now, and remember, no artillery, so... Fascinating play indeed. Union's kind of really retaken the field, pushed them back, except for Sikuyi. It's very impressive. It's very risky to try to push the attacking team off. And the big thing is, too, is Union hasn't really lost as many tickets as one would expect with what they're doing, so they're playing it well. Despite what I say.
Take aim.
Fire well.
Get
Next
back
cover.
Break your lows.
So we'll see where CSA wants to hit. CSA's got plenty of chance to win. We haven't seen an all-out charge yet, and I think that's going to happen very soon. I mean, another thought that came to mind is that maybe these guys are realizing their opponents don't have a steam chance, so they can't effectively reinforce each other. So maybe just charging in as the defenders and catching your attackers off guard could be it. Who knows? So I just looked over in a chat for the frontline reporter. Doug said charge at 13 flat to point. That'll most certainly knock both sides down to breaking, and if they win this charge, they'll win.
They're west.
Looks like 12th Phase trying to get around. And here's the thing. Union's very spread out across the map right now. 13 minutes flat. There they go. CSA is much more bunched up than the Union, but still kind of spread out. Oh, are they charging or no? I mean, Colquitt's is charging 12th VA again.
Yeah!
That's the wrong scream.
We're fighting as the Union, Gucci.
We're fighting for the rep.
So you do, I mean, you have more Union pushing up Midwest Brigade. And so maybe not 13 flat. Still looking at this chat. I mean, 9th Corps kind of pushed up here in the center. CSA is going around the far left. Most of the team is. Lucian's kind of holding over here for now.
We heard you, Gene.
They're pushing up trying to flank when they don't realize they're about to be flanked.
Oh, I'm gonna make a name for myself today. On to the line, guys, to the line.
When will they notice?
Oh my god, they're right there. West.
Reload, boys!
Cut 'em down.
Get
cut 'em
this line
down.
straight!
Oh, gentlemen.
You stabbed me!
Wipe them and chase them.
Our brigade didn't even realize that. They got
This
charged
should
from
get
behind.
fucked.
Fuck them up, fuck these two up.
Wow. Union hits breaking. Colquitt's looks like they either pushed or defeated 12th VA again, but I mean, this group might as well keep going.
Go, keep going.
Oh. Maybe they're not charging in? I don't know. Union will start.
Great timing.
Fucking amazing.
Joker, right here! Joker! I got y'all's flag. Ninth Corps regroup! Ninth Corps regroup!
So CSA take a subsigned reform. Colquitt's continuing to push up. I mean, the 3 Union groups over here, I don't know why they haven't been together this whole time. Because now look at that. Midwest Brigade's getting wiped here. And CSA does go down to breaking.
Yankee. No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Over the fence. Into the road. Into the sunken. Look at the wagons. Wagons. Wagons.
Union continuing to push up on the CSA.
Bayonets out. Bayonets out.
That's to the right.
Flag it out. Flag it out.
And some CSA starting to push on point right now. Looks like the rest of their team collapsing on it. Point of contention's marked as right there, but I don't necessarily know where it is to be exact. Union holding in the house, behind the house, and kind of out in the open, but they do have the fence line as cover. CSA starting to turn the corner. Colquitt's collapsing in as well.
For Christ's sake. You guys trying to shoot through a fucking fence.
Some CSA charging in the house, but it's not point.
Fuck you.
Union collapsing from the far side, zooming out here. It's looking, at least now, I don't know. My gut says Union. You do have a lot of Union flanking around this side as well. 15th, Wisconsin, Iron Brigade, rather. Pushing down this way. Point is going back in Union's favor. CSA failed in one bit of aspect there. They did not stay together. They spread out a lot. Some charged in the house. Some went over there. Some charged over here. Some stayed on the road. And Union kind of picked them apart as they collapsed in really from all sides.
Get this flag right here.
Total rebel death, gentlemen. Total rebel death. Stab a rebel with a bayonet. Beat a rebel with a...
I mean, we can probably hear what CSA is talking about over here. At least I assume they're talking over here. I just hear artillery. I did. There's one CSA guy up here. Who is it? Oh, it's 11-man imbalance still. It is a Pyro from 1st Delaware. While the CSA kind of reforms here, let's go take a look at their view up here. He's got one gun and this is his view. It's a heck of a view. I've never played artillery on these maps. I think it's probably the only map I would ever want to play artillery on. Only because you get this beautiful view. Marvelous. Okay, now hear me out. Imagine if there was a map over this railroad, just the railroad though. Union spawn, right there. CSA spawn, like way over, I don't know, right there. And the point of contention is just this long strip of railroad. That would be, that'd be so bad. I think it'd be funny to do once though.
We have a firing line at the main road. If they come down here, you got them in the face and pull back behind the firing line.
So CSA splitting up into two groups. Union forming a very complex defensive position here, looking at most directions here, really except behind. So actually maybe they do it behind. Midwest Brigade's there. So some CSA putting up a little pressure here. CSA is down a little tickets. 9th Corps and 1st Delaware here on the left side. On the right you got Colquitt's. I hear let's go in at 6:30 maybe. 42nd, 30th is going around the far side right now, so it looks like CSA is going to try to encircle them around point. And where? This is dumb.
Hi.
Oh! Kill that Rambo, kill that Rambo.
There's one on the left, Rambo.
Oh, my bad.
They're not even killing.
Fuck's sake!
Fuck
Oh,
you,
someone's
yeah.
got it. Nice. Break loads, go to star.
I mean, it's just out of line tickets you can't have as the defending team, especially at this point when you're ahead by a little bit. Every little bit's going to matter. 40 seconds still kind of circling around. Looks like CSA is really just trying to get in position and then they're going to go. And here we go. 9th Corps starting to push up. Really the first ones to go to point. 40 seconds hitting from behind. So I'm most interested to see how 40 seconds going to kind of hit this. I mean, they're hitting this first, so a lot of Union attention might be turned towards where the 40 seconds at. However, CSA is charging in. Flanking from behind, 12th VA. 15th Wisconsin going that way. And CSA is going to hit final push here. Union perfect encirclement once again. I mean, I assume these guys are charging in. Yes, they are.
Get the flag up, get the flag up, get the flags up, flags up.
Yeah,
And Union defeat this in detail pretty well.
This is, that's sad, man.
And Union defeats CSA in detail. Confederates at final push. Clock going down to 2 minutes. 42nd, 30th now pouring down the road as well.
Get in there. Get in there.
42nd, 30th has to push Union down the last stand right now. And that's no surprise. The whole Union team was there. 42nd was not. And QQB, 9th Corps, pushing up now. So this kind of first wave, this should push Union in the last stand. That's the big thing. That's what they got to do right now. It's going to be a very close match. Union kind of forming up two lines. Shoot down the road. And this side also guys shooting through the fence. First wave for CSA pretty much being instantly destroyed. FSB is really this group shooting through the white fence here. I like it a lot. 1 minute left on the clock. CSA trickling in is making it hard for the CSA because they can't get any kills. Union's just shooting them down one by one by one. 12th VA is getting some good shots here on that flank. And here they go again.
Roundhouse kick a CSA member in the throat.
And I think Union's going to pull this out. I mean, they haven't hit last stand yet. Impressingly. So Union counter-charging to keep CSA off the point. Only way CSA's got this is if they have more bodies on point when the clock hits 0, but that is not happening today. So good win on part of the Union. Really good win. I mean, the middle of that round was very fishy for them. Just because, again, they were spreading themselves out. They kept getting defeated in detail, and they were really pushing far forward. It was a big gamble, but it paid off in the end. So, really well done to the Union side. I think CSA should have just kept up the aggression more throughout the match. Because they roll up, take shots, and fall back. Obviously, it could be something to do with the campaign. We don't necessarily know that. But regardless of all that, good first round. Off to a little more open map in Nico Hill. The sides are switching. So, we will see you all shortly for round number 2 on the most fair and balanced map of the game. Alrighty. Here we are with round number 2 right now. Looks like server size about up to 190. We're getting there. Sides pretty even. Artillery is going to be a big question. Union taking 13. Confederates taking 8. So, I say artillery's big. There's a couple of guns up here that the CSA have. You got, what, 3 over here, and there's 4 there. 4 more there. There's like 15, 16 guns on this map for CSA. Contrary to the Union side here, who have, let's see, they got 6 there and 6 there. So they got 12 total. So a lot of guns on this map, which is why artillery can be a big thing. So, Union job is to just get across, kind of get a foothold. It doesn't matter where, but to get a foothold. CSA defensive strategy is to generally hold on this stone wall, because if you lose the stone wall, Union can kind of hold in this defilade here. Again, it's a great defilade. You can see that CSA artillery can't see us here. No one can see us, and it also gives you free reign to the point, which is here. And that's why CSA is there. Now, CSA can try to defend the orchard side, which is where Union, in my opinion, should go. Right, charging a stone wall when it takes a while to hop when the Confederates have cavalry, pistols and crap. It's very hard to beat. So Union approach is to go to the orchard on this side here. CSA generally don't defend it. It's very hard for CSA to defend. Sure, the CSA have nice artillery and they have a great chance to get some good shots, but it doesn't look like any of them are aiming that way. But it's just hard. There's no real good strategic defensive position. Sure, you have some straight fences, but when you put yourselves out in that far of a position, it can be really hard to defend. Some CSA moving down to defend. Some 12th VA guys are moving down there. HL going down there as well. And the CSA are only sending some to really respond to this. The rest kind of holding back on top of the hill. It can be a little risky for them to do that. Very risky. Again, just spreading yourselves out is never really a good thing in War of Rights. It can be very risky with the out of line and skirmishing death. If every death was worth the same, spreading out wouldn't really matter as much. However, this game, again, really enforces teamwork. So, but also if you're just spread out as a team, you're more likely to get defeated in detail. But it looks like the HL guys are pushing up here onto the cannons. And some Union are trying to take some shots. Looks like some first Delaware guys, which that's at the edge of out of bounds for them. Also provides some nice defilade. You have more Union pushing up to the White House.
Move it, move it, move it.
It looks like CQB and such is going to take shots. So remember, the sides did flip from the previous round. And speaking of that important information I mentioned last round, if HL takes more than 678 casualties, they're wiped. So HL being the CSA side. So CSA, in theory, should be playing this very conservative, not trying to risk anything. Maybe, like, if they lose the game, but well, as long as their token doesn't get wiped. So...
Gentlemen, move left, move left.
Some Union holding on the defilade, just running up to get shots. A lot of Union busting it out in the center. So if I'm Union and if I'm trying to force casualties, even on top of forcing casualties, you want to win the map. And what the Union doing right now is winning. They've taken the right. CSA is not really engaging, so you need to cap this point. Force the CSA to come down the hill, get in big engagements, and I think that's what they want to do. So, do have some counter battery, but not at the same time, just because they're shooting at an infantry group up here. So 9th Corps is now pushing up as well.
Up and overnight. South face, Midwest. South face.
Oop.
Hold the strong wall. Hold the strong wall.
Hey, rip 9th Corps. But speaking of 9th Corps, 9th Corps is leading USA, and Iron Brigade is leading CSA. So, with that all being said, Union captures the point despite taking some fire. They're down in the tickets a little bit, but CSA is going to have to come down the hill. And now if I were CSA, I would just send maybe a group or so down, just hug the edge of the point here, because Union is not really close to contesting this, so you don't really want to throw down too many guys down for the sake of taking casualties.
Yep.
Obviously, they might not know how many are down there, so... Confederates holding up on the stone wall.
Up on this line, guys. Up on this line. Okay.
Popping shots here at Union, and Union's not really contesting this, which I think they should, but that's besides the point. More CSA running down the hill right now. Iron Brigade looks like they've got the cav pistols. So maybe we're gonna see Union charge once CSA go to retake the, or once they retake it. Because the thing is Union's down on tickets, which is what you, in these days, kind of see with Nicodemus Hill. But Iron Brigade just going through and letting load the pistols. If you're going to push forward and do this, you might as well. You got to go take up the flags.
Fuck you fucking bastard! Yeah, you want some of this?
Remember, they don't have Steam Chat to communicate everything.
Come and get it.
I mean, these Iron Brigade guys are just coming through with the 5-second respawns. They're just getting a guy in and they get those pistols again. Iron Brigade just went through and wrecked that group. Union trying to flank around the side. Artillery hitting them at a dang near perfect time. Killing a few, knocking down a couple. So, CSA do retake the point. Union is still down on tickets, not by a whole lot. And CSA is going to try to push Union out here.
You're good. Got a phenomenon.
And you can see Union has one flag down right now, and that's the biggest thing. Once a flag's knocked down, it takes it 5 minutes for it to respawn. Or I guess despawn, so that someone can respawn with the flag.
Sons of bitch, you ain't gonna get your flag. Fuck you, Union.
So now that Union's lost their flags, they gotta wait 5 or so minutes before they can respawn back in with those flags. So it's a little risky. Colquitt's does have their flag back over here. There is one flag over here. But
Come back here, boy! Oh shit! Oh, I'm not going over there.
Okay, press.
so Confederates falling back up to the top of the hill. Union's taking a while to get ready at Maine. And look at that ticket gap. It is not even close. So, 9th Corps starting to go down this left side here. As the rest of the Union following, some are, some aren't. Some are just holding back behind the house right now.
On a mission from God.
So Union's taking a while to kind of figure things out. Union does have a chance. If they run up and pick up these flags, it looks like they pick up the one of them.
So we can probably rescue that flag over that house, by the way.
I'll get it. I can go in case.
Manfred Hayden, whoever
I
wants to
can
get it,
go.
go get it. Just go, just go.
Oh!
So a couple of Union guys are going to get that last flag. It looks like Union's going to keep all the flags despite everything mentioned. So Union is going down the left side. 9th Corps is pushing that way. Midwest Brigade is as well. Remember, they don't have flags over here, so if they charge and die, they'll either have to respawn at Maine or over by their friendlies in the distance.
Right, gentlemen, everyone shoulder arms.
Shoulder arms.
Shoulder arms.
Right shoulder shift if you're any good at artillery.
They couldn't hit an elephant at this distance.
Right shoulder shift.
Rare to the guns.
That's the one thing I think I want to see with this map that I've never seen before. Is I would really like if the Union loaded all their guns and spread out one guy per gun, so then when Union charges, they all fire like 12 guns at the same time at the Confederate defense. That would be crazy and something I've never seen before, and I don't think will ever happen. I think that's the biggest disappointment with artillery over the years, is that artillery and infantry have never really coordinated. Artillery's just kind of shot at what they want to shoot at. Infantry's just kind of going where they want to go. There's not a whole lot of communication there. And artillery could become a lot more effective if they coordinated things with infantry.
Guys, you gotta stand up. Stand up, boys. Come on. I know you got it in you. Come on now.
So Iron Brigade was on point there, briefly falling back. Union's kind of pushed up to the White House. I also wonder if, because a lot of the times you see these guns, they fire one at a time. And sure, they at most get 5 kills. Most of the time they get 1-2 kills, though, per shot. Those guys get back in every 10 seconds. I wonder if a strategy for artillery, because I would do this in Empire Total War with some friends back in the day, but you would hold all your artillery and have them shoot all at the same time.
Try and dig in on this rock here. That's
Dig
it.
it, dig it.
So, I mean, even every artillery shot is going to kill,
Take your time. Just keep your head down.
what, 2, 3 guys? But when you have 10 to 12 guns going off, like on a map like Nicodemus Hill here, that can add up very quickly, and it can knock over a lot of guys and kind of dislodge a group. So I almost wonder if that's better, because sure, you see artillery getting a good hit every once in a while where they kill a lot of guys, especially when they're bunched up. Let's say holding here, they're not really bunched up right now, but I kind of wonder if everyone on artillery shooting at the exact same time would be a lot more effective. Obviously when charges, but I'm just as a general idea. Because if you kill a lot more guys in a volley of artillery, it takes a lot longer for all those guys to get back in, and that means a lot less guys shooting in general, so it'd also just be cooler. It's a lot cooler to watch a lot of artillery guns go off at the same time than one at a time.
Yeah, same here. On standby when you need it. Yeah.
Hey, Cooper.
But the problem is you don't have big enough groups to really... I mean, 42nd has a good chunk of guys here. They definitely could probably coordinate that, but, I mean, who's controlling the guns for Union over here? First Delaware. It's like, you got to get all, like, 4 artillery groups to agree on something, which is not always the easiest thing to do.
Left.
Switch it left, switch it left.
Move it up. Left side.
As far as you can. Go left as far as you can.
That's about here.
Hold here.
No further than on me. No further than me.
So 40 seconds falling left. It seems Union's now falling back from the right side. I have not seen Union do this before when the right's uncontested. So the pace for Union's really slowing down as they start to shoot the CSA from a distance. Which I don't know if I like that.
Stand it.
It is very cool looking at the I don't know what it's called, the cloud of smoke, or where the shot's arcing through the air. It's kind of cool to look at that. I mean, they're only operating, what, 3 guns here? For 6 guys? Okay, that's not bad. Are they about to fire this?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna kill enough. Drones are dying faster than we're killing.
Like, just watch the path that this artillery shell gets here. It's kind of cool. It was short.
I didn't hear you in Discord.
So Union trying to shoot on the left side. We can talk about why that's bad in a moment. Imbalance is about 10 right now. So, shooting in war rights at longer distances, which is medium to short range, anything past that is long. So this is what I would consider long range. It's generally a 1-to-1 trade, right? Shooting is hard in this game. There's so many factors that go into everything that generally, when I see a shootout on even tickets, on even ticket maps like Conquest Contention, everyone's going down at similar rates. And the thing is, right, is that especially when both sides have adequate cover, shooting through a woods where there's a lot of trees, it's going to be very hard to hit your opponent. So the 1-to-1 trade that's going on, it's going to be a very, very slow rate when you're knocking down your opponent. So shooting like this in War of Rights, especially with the flag meta that has been changed, going from 10-second respawns to 5-second respawns, and on top of the change where each death is worth 20% less tickets, all these factors combined mean that tickets are just not being removed here, despite all the shooting that you see here. which means that the attackers are taking a very long time to knock down their opponents. Obviously, there's a few exceptions to the case that I just mentioned. I've seen like 2 or 3 times where it's happened, and it's been cool to see. But this here, there's not a whole lot of reason to be sitting and shooting like this. There's not a whole lot of reason. You're not gaining any ground, which is what you need to do as the attackers. And you're not killing a lot of guys, which is what you need to do as attackers. So, even if you're killing a lot, you need to get the tickets down, which is the biggest thing. The biggest reason to be sitting and shooting is if you're reforming your guys after something, in my opinion, Rip Dragon. But that's what they're doing nonetheless. So, I mean, CSA's got a really nice stone wall here, so it's going to be very hard for them to deal significant damage.
No one's on flag. I'm just going to take a knee. Oh, of course, the second I say that, 2 people come on flag.
Both sides now going down to engaged. The pace is very slow on Union's part. We kind of saw this last round, but I can imagine, too, it's taking them longer for the attack to coordinate just because it's a big map and you have to coordinate over group chat or the in-game text chat system. First Delaware's up in front, still shooting. The CS artillery, they've been here for really most of the game. So the Steam chat's really pulling oh. I might be lagging here. Look, you can still see the frontline reporters moving and everything. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, it's frozen on his screen too. Ah, there we go. All right. We'll see what happens and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so the round crashed. They're going to need to continue it next week. And it was also just issues with the Steam chat not working. So with that all being said, I hope you enjoyed the first round and what was the second round. CSA probably would have won it, but that's besides the point. Anyways, if you all enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. Check out the description where we have our Patreon. You get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. But besides that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you in the next one.